Gregory Mahalik, FTH 223, here in a little different background for this video. Today's the 19th of May. I've been working cows, so we're sitting in our recliner enjoying some cool air right now. It's hot and humid here in Texas, but we can see our magazine is not in the firearm. I can visually and physically look down in the chamber, feel, and see that there is no brass in there. At this point, we want to do a functions check. First, we're going to check the safety. So we're going to grab just the top of the trigger, make sure that the striker does not fall. We'll then depress the trigger, hold it to the rear, simulate chamber another round, release the trigger, fire again. Also like to check, make sure my slide lock works, holds the slide open and releases. I don't have a magazine here, but we can test the mag button, push it, make sure that it springs back. And that concludes the functions check of the PSA Dagger. So theory and design of compensators. So each compensator's got a little bit different design to them, but they all follow some of the same characteristics of that design. We are wanting to move gases in an upward manner to help drive the muzzle back down and reverse that muzzle rise from that energy. This compensator specifically actually moves forward away from the muzzle, and that allows, with using the gases to pull that compensator forward, helps pull the firearm as well, reducing some of that felt recoil to the shooter. So we have these side ports, which is going to channel gas forward. We have these top ports, which is going to channel gas up. So we're moving the gases from firing in two directions. Now, compensators can release too much gas, which can cause operational issues with the firearm with the slide, not cycling fast enough to grab another round, or cycling too slow to eject or extract. So after you put a compensator on, you want to do a dry functions check, and then you want to do a live fire functions check to make sure the compensator did not affect any operation of the firearm, especially if you're going to give it back to a customer. You don't want to give it back to the firearm, they haven't test fired, and they bring it right back to you. Oh, you install this, it doesn't work, it's something you did wrong, when in fact it needs more tuning in order to operate properly. So that's a con of a compensator on a firearm. Some pros of a compensator is reduced felt recoil, reduced muzzle rise, faster follow-up shots, weight on the front. So if we take this pistol and we compare it to the SAR B6 that we have for this class that we're in, hammer fire, it is very snappy when you shoot. Very muzzle flips very quickly. Putting a compensator on that SAR would help with that and make that firearm more pleasant to shoot. I shot this on the compensator. I shot the SAR. I shot my 320. 320 and the SAR both full size. This is being a compact. That SAR was the most unpleasant pistol to shoot. My 320 still shoots better than this without a compensator. With this one with the compensator on. Sig makes a good gun. Can't say nothing bad about them. But a compensator would help that SAR be more enjoyable to shoot. So a pro. Another con of this is if somebody had this gun, they took it in and they wanted it to compensator put on, we put it on there. Well, now it doesn't work with their holster they normally carry with, so they're going to have to get another holster. Or each time they want to carry this concealed, they're going to have to take the compensator off, put the recoil rod back in there, and they want to shoot the compensator, pull the recoil rod, take the bolt and nut out, put it back together. It's going to be a hindrance at that point. So for the installation of this, we pull the slide off, we pull the factory recoil rod out, we install the recoil rod that came with the compensator. We have a bolt right here, we thread that in with a spring inside it, torque it down to 25 inch-pounds, and has Loctite. It came with Loctite already on it. So that's the install process for this compensator onto this particular firearm. Another con of this being on the recoil rod, we have a lot of side-to-side movement. That is going to affect our shots. So we also want to advise customers, if you do a compensator or porting barrel slide work, it's going to affect that shot placement. Point of aim, point of impact could be different. So we want to tell the customer, you need to go shoot this firearm, you need to go to a range, and you need to learn the new hit points of it at different ranges due to modifications that have been made. Another con, now we've paid money for a part, now we have to pay money to go shoot and pay money to resight the firearm in, pay money to get refamiliar with the firearm. So another con of adding a compensator to it is it's going to cost you more in the long run. A pro, some people think they look cool. I mean, it kind of does look cool on there, I ain't gonna lie. Would I put this on my carry firearm? Absolutely not. Is it one to go to the range and shoot? Yeah. That's another con of this. If you get used to shooting this with a compensator, when you go to shoot your carry gun, it's going to feel different. So you're going to expect a lighter recoil, less muzzle flip. You go to shoot your gun, it is not a compensator. You didn't grip it as hard. You've changed something up in your grip because you got used to a softer firearm. Now your shots are going to be different then as well. So that's another con with this. It's going to or can make somebody a sloppy shooter. So that concludes the compensator theory, how they operate, the installation of it, as well as pros and cons of it for Week 4 Module 4 assignment. Thank you.